Welcome to Technotips Learning, and I'm here with the new video on creating custom RBAC roles. And this is a part of role-based access control in Microsoft Entra ID. So we worked on built-in roles in my previous video. So similar to built-in roles, we have got custom roles in Entra ID. So built-in roles provide you predefined accesses. However, if you want more granular control over the RBAC roles, you can create custom roles and assign. All right, so let us look into what are custom roles. So these custom roles let you define exactly what permission a role has in Entra ID. And unlike built-in roles, you choose specific actions ensuring least privilege access. Now, Microsoft Entra ID or Microsoft Azure Active Directory comes with 60 built-in roles, and you have got roles like global administrator, user administrator, group administrator, and more. But there is a catch. These built-in roles often bundle more permissions than you actually want to delegate. For example, a user administrator role can reset passwords, but it can also create, update, and delete users. That might be uh, overkill if you want your help desk to reset passwords. If you only want your help desk to reset passwords, you will not end up providing them user administrator roles. Now, when we talk about custom roles, generally, what I have seen in my complete career, you do not actually need fine-grained custom roles like every day, right? However, when you are planning for a project or if you are uh, planning to enforce, so it has to go through complete understanding like who will have these custom roles, what these custom roles will do. And while applying these custom role based access control, you need to identify people or identify the users or groups or directory where you can apply these custom roles. So we will discuss, I will show you a demo as well on this. So for now, what I when I tested it and I tried giving only the password reset role to some of the groups, some of the people, but exactly when you talk about the password resets, it is not available. Like only password reset role is not available. However, if you go through the built-in roles, you can find these password reset role. So custom roles let you assign a specific administrative permission that aren't neatly covered by built-in roles. For example, uh, if you want to create a role that that can read all users and groups, manage device registration, or oversee enterprise app registrations, so you can implement custom roles and assign it to people. Now, this still follows the least privilege principle. The principle of least privilege is the best practice when you are assigning roles to someone. And it is defined in the NIST SP 800-53. What NIST is National Institute of Standard and Technology. So this NIST is a body that an organization you can say or a governing body in US that governs if you are managing accesses, if you are managing user data, then you have to follow some policies. And this NIST, National Institute of Standards and Technology, it provides you those guidelines. So what it says, the principle of least privilege is give users the minimum access necessary to perform their job function. So you do not end up providing global administrator role to everyone so that they can do everything for you. And these all things we will look into the dashboard when we go to Microsoft Entra Admin Center. We will look into the dashboard. What are the recommendation? You can see that. And when we move into the more details, like this is custom RBAC role, then we need to work on MFA, multi-factor authentication, SSPR, single sign-on, all these things when we combine and then we look into the dashboard, it will give you a comprehensive understanding of how your organization is doing based on in the field of security, how your identities are getting managed, and all this. So Microsoft also follows NIST guidelines. So why use them? You need to use custom RBAC roles to enforce compliance and security standards, avoid over permissioning of users or apps, perfect for tailored scenarios like app management without user admin rights. So let us see. Uh, the license requirements as well, it is available. Custom RBAC roles are available with Microsoft Entra ID Premium P1 P2, or you can say Azure AD Active Directory Premium P1 or P2. So I have those licenses. So let us see a demo how you create a custom RBAC role, and we'll take a scenario and try to create. All right, in order to create the custom RBAC roles, we will go into Microsoft Entra Admin Center. So you go to entra.microsoft.com and you log in with the account which has permission. So my account is logged in with Global Administrator. Now we will go into roles and admins here, and we see. So this is one recommendation which is coming up. There are currently 11 privileged role assignments. It is recommended to not exceed 10. So in my organization currently I have 11 privileged role assignments that is made, and then I need to figure out who has got what access. So that we will cover in when we are doing auditing and all. So this is the recommendation that we are getting. Okay. uh, However, let us concentrate on creating custom roles. So we will do a new custom role. We will name it test custom role, and test custom role for our back video. Okay. And I do not have already created a custom role. So we will start from scratch and we will click next. Now here you need to go through all these roles to understand which role you will assign to the user. So you can see Microsoft directory is like everywhere. Microsoft directory, it is an Azure AD role. So it lists directory, it says directory. And then you have the after slash you said say it says application policies, and then applications dot my organization. So application policies, uh, we can create roles for application policies. You can create roles for applications dot my organization, like uh, in your organization if you have deployed an application, and application templates, then you have applications, then you have you'll see cross tenant access policy. We will discuss in some video when we are uh, doing the tenant administration, or because I have to create a video on app registration as well to show you single sign on, and there we can do check these roles. Devices are related to devices. Groups security is related to group security, and like groups.security is related to security groups, and groups.unified are for unified groups, that is Office 365 groups. And these are normal groups, all groups, delete, read, right? And these are for service principals and users. So basically, we will see. First, let us see the user's role. So if I type micro, you do not need to type that. If you know, if you go through the list, you can directly check. But I'm talking specifically about user roles. So what you can use on users. So basically, there are. So if you want to categorize, right? So uh, Microsoft Directory users app role assignments: read, write, create. So these kind of uh, roles are there. So create, update, and read. You need to understand create, delete is create, delete. One can create and delete a user. Update is when you can update the basic properties of an user. Uh, and read is where you can just read the user details. So now suppose I want someone to only be able to read the user information. So I will have to search for a read role. So Microsoft Directory user identities read. This is one role. So I do not want anybody to update or do anything with the users. They can only read the information. Microsoft Directory users direct report dot read. It reads the direct report for users, read identities of the user, and let us see what more roles. Microsoft Directory users manager dot read, read manager of users. Um, read role, if I talk Microsoft Directory users own devices read. Okay, so let us first work with one of the read roles. So Microsoft Directory users identities read. I will do license details manager update. Okay, one role is enough for now. Read identities of the users. We'll click next. Now this role we are using identities.read, and we will do a create, right? Now we have created the custom role. So let us see test custom role is there or no test custom role is there. So you open it and you can do, it will take some time, I guess. So add assignments you get, right? So add assignments. Now here you need to look into resource. That is okay. Resource type is directory. Now select test custom role. Scope type, you see application. So if you are working on application roles, you can scope it to application. If you're working on devices, you can scope it to devices. If you're working on group, you can do it for group. If you're working for service principal, you can use a service principal there. If you are applying these custom roles on users, so you can select users. And once you select user as a scope, it will give you an option to select the scope. So if you click on scope, it will give you user. So you can select. So what does this mean? This means if you are scoping it to your user, then this role will only be valid when you are trying to manage a user, right? However, because I have assigned the user specific roles, I will work over directory. So I'll select the complete directory. Now, when you select complete directory, it is not giving you any option to scope where you can scope selected members. So now select the members, and here you can select a group, users, and all. But so if you have a group for help desk, so you can select help desk IT, so they will get these roles. However, for now, I have this demo user one that is created specifically for this. Scope, okay, because scope is directory, we click on next. This is active role. We will talk about PIM role as well, like privilege identity management, and we will discuss about eligible and active roles. So permanently assigned, it is okay. Enter a justification. Is like custom RBAC role demo like this, and we will click on assign. All right. So assigning role to a member. All right. So this test custom role is assigned to this demo user one. So we go into description now and we will see the summary. This is test custom role for RBAC video. This is template ID. This is the permission. Okay. Now, if you want to modify the permission, add more permission or remove the permission, you can click on delete here and you can go to permissions tab or basic information you want to change, or you go to permissions tab. You can review and update and you can hit update. For now, we will not do that. This is how you do it, but we will not do it for now. Now we will test this role. So test custom role and it is assigned. And role settings, if I talk about role settings, then there are multiple settings, but this would be better if we talk these roles while working on PIM, right? How this role will work and how you can set expiration. This is PIM is privileged identity management with a just-in-time access. That is one of the another best practices for identity and access management. So for now, what we will do is we will log into Microsoft Entra with our account demo user one. And to do that, I had to set up multi-factor authentication, and that part I did not want to show because it is all done through my mobile phone. We will talk about multi-factor authentication as well in some because I think it would be the next video on multi-factor authentication and how it works. So this demo, this is the dashboard of your Entra ID, how many groups are there, view users. This is the demo access, and this is high privilege role assignment. My role assignment is one, and like the user can see my roles. And active assignment, it is test custom role, which is assigned to this user, demo user one. Now want to go to users, and we want to check any of the user. So this user is a member of restricted management administrative unit. Management rights are limited to administrators scoped on that administrative unit. That is okay because we created administrative unit and this account is a part of administrative unit. So we can see with this demo account, we can see uh, the attributes, the basic settings. Let us see monitoring. We cannot do. You do not have access to this data. Properties. You can see the properties because the role was to see the properties, right? If I take you to the role, uh, okay, roles and admins, description. You go. Identities read, it can read the identity. So what if I try to reset the password cannot be reset due to incorrect level of administrative privilege. Trying to reset your own password. Groups, okay, can you see groups? Yes, you can see groups. You click on all groups and you go to this group. Can you add members? This group is a member of restricted management. You cannot add members. Can you delete? Select a group and delete. No, you do not have access. So what this role is doing is it is providing you only the read access. So similarly, when you configure the role, you have all the roles. So that was a basic video on creating custom roles. All right. Now you might come up with different scenarios. So I would suggest, like, if you have a scenario, you can put it in comments. You can send me an email. I will leave my email address as well. So if you have a scenario where you want to uh, give create a custom role or give access, because all these things for the video is only for understanding purpose. I do not claim like it will fix any uh, ongoing issues, right? But if you want me to create videos there on a topic that you suggest or on a scenario that you are in, I will definitely create this. But this video is enough for understanding how a custom role is created. And we covered this part demo, how to create a custom role, assign the custom role. Scoping also we understood here. And best practices when we talk about is always follow least privilege, principle of least privilege. Regularly review custom roles, document why the custom role was created, so that documentation you can do. uh, all right, now let us see some scenarios, right? There is this one scenario we will talk about. Okay, so scenario. All right, so let us look at this scenario very quickly. Application registration management without other privilege. Now, the business need. You have a development team that needs to first register and manage application registration, which is app registration in Entra ID, create and manage client secrets and certificates, read directory data like verifying their apps service principles exist, but you do not want them to add or remove users, manage groups, assign role, or see other sensitive directory configuration. So this is a scenario, this is a requirement that we need to fulfill. And to do this, why built-in roles are not enough? The built-in application administrator role gives too many permissions, including the ability to manage all aspects of enterprise applications and even assign apps to users. The cloud application administrator also might grant more than required access. So for this scenario, when we talk about this scenario, register and manage application registration, create and manage client secret certificate, redirectory data. All these things, built-in rules are not enough because they provide more access. Your goal is least privilege. You only want them to register application, manage app secrets and certificates, read basic directory data. And so, how do we go ahead and get that done? All right, so to cover it up, we have some of the roles. To register application, we will go to Microsoft Directory Applications Create, update application registration, Microsoft Directory Application Basic Update, manage application credentials, Microsoft Directory Application Credentials Update, delete application registration, Microsoft Directory Applications Delete, read service principles, Microsoft Directory Service Principles read. So it will fit our scenario where we can register applications, we can manage secrets and certificates, read service principles, validate if the app exists. There would be no other role assigned. So if I put the application administrator, it would be a role with more permissions. Now we will, to achieve it, we will go into our Entra Admin Center and we will go to roles and admins. In roles and admins, we will create a new custom role. I don't think so because this user which is logged in, let me see which account I'm logged into. Okay, now I have to log in with my global admin account, And new custom role, we will put new custom role is mm, app app registration demo 1 maybe, and we'll put custom role demo for app registration. All right, we will start from scratch. We can go next. Now we have to put all the application roles as listed. So applications. First one is applications create, applications basic update, and application credentials update, and Microsoft Directory application delete. And the other role was service principles dot read. So let us see service service principles, all properties read. We will select it and we'll click next. This is where the problem is. So we need to remove it all. Service principal dot read, I don't know if it is selected. Okay, now we have to go ahead and select application role. So micro application create, applications basic update, applications credential update, and applications delete. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roles we need. We are assigning those 5 roles, and this one is a privileged. Okay, create. Now this app registration demo is created. Let us see the description. It is all, with all the roles, and you go to assignment, click on add assignment. It will take some time. All right, so if I do application, then you can select it per application, but now here you have to create an application as well. So you select service principal and you select, so you will see all the applications. So when you want this custom role for a particular application, particular user, then you select particular user, particular group, particular device, particular directory, particular application. But now we will see do the directory, and who will be assigning is demo user 1. You click on select, click on next. It is an active assignment. Keep it active for demo purpose. All right, and click on assign. Now this demo user 1 is assigned with all these roles. Now let us see if this demo user 1 uh, what he can do in the tenant, right? We have provided him the tenant wise role. So we will go to entra.microsoft.com and all right, sign in with a different account, demo user 1. Oh, my role assignment, now it has 3 roles assigned. Let us see. And you go to enterprise application, sorry, app registration, and new registration it can do, right? So it can do a new application registration. If there is any other application, this account can go and credential secret. It can manage the secret, new client secret. It can do like this. It can create a client secret. What else was there? Credential update, app registration. So it can update yeah, that is the credential update. Basic update it can do like essential change the some parameters or so. Uh, Manage application credentials, delete application registration. We'll see that, and read service principles. So it can read all the service principles. Let us see the user accounts, it can read the user accounts, while if you want it to delete the user account, it cannot do. If you want to reset the password, it cannot do. If audit logs it want to check, it does not have access. So you see, like it has only access over application, right? So to this application owner roles and administrators, can it do API permission? Some disabled due to permission to request contact your owner or administrator. So it does not have like this consent can only be given by someone who has got a higher privilege. Now, this account does not have that privilege. So what we are doing here with custom RBAC roles, we are not depending upon a built-in role which gives you a bundle of accesses, but we are fine-tuning the access, giving it to a person or one identity, scoping it to either directory, application, user, or group, and that creates a kind of a strong security in the organization. That is that is why we need custom RBAC roles, but it needs a greater planning. Now, in this video, like we are at the end of the video, and I would like to tell that any of the solutions, I'm not providing a solution right now, I'm providing you a basic understanding, and trust me, while I explain things to you, I also learn, right? So there are too many things I learned too. Any any question that you have related to RBAC roles or identity and access management, somebody put a question if I can create SC300 complete course. So a message is like, when you go through my channel, I have started from very basic, like setting up VMware, putting Active Directory, then taking the Active Directory credentials to the cloud, and then managing groups, managing user accounts, and how the syncing works. Everything is discussed in detail. The only thing is, if you want, I can organize, I create a playlist and organize these videos, but I need to know what is your actual requirement. But for identity and access management administration, the link to this playlist is given. I will start it from very basic. My next video will be on uh, either on multi-factor authentication or just-in-time access, that is called PIM in Entra ID, which is privilege account management. All right, so I think we are good now. Do subscribe to the channel if you like the video. If you put it a like, if it is helpful to you, you definitely go ahead and share it with friends, and you can ask any questions in the comment. Thank you.